Hello everybody. It has been a long time since I've done any sort of commentating type of video, but here we are. I have been recently getting back into trials again, and I want to make a different type of video today for you guys. So I've been talking in the trials Discord, and there was a question on there that was posed by Dr. Trev 4, and they were just wondering if anybody could test out their track for them. And I said, sure, absolutely. I'd love to give it a try and see if I can give you any suggestions for it. So this video is going to be based around that. I'm just going to do my little introduction here, and then you'll be able to listen to the rest of my commentating. It's a fairly long video. There's a lot of different parts. I think there's like 11 different checkpoints for it. So it is quite a bit longer. And apologize for my voice. I've been feeling kind of sick over the past day, but I've been feeling inspired while I've been sick. So here I am, just trying to, get a little commentating in and maybe make a series out of this. If you guys do like this type of video and you're struggling with like building a track, or you want to get into building a track, you can hit me up on Discord, or if you are on like the YouTube comments, like just hit me up anywhere on those two sites, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I do also want to apologize. The music is a little bit louder than I expected it to be in the video. It was like really quiet for me while I was recording this, but I'm a little out of practice. It's been a bit since I've been doing any sort of like commentating or making any real videos for quite some time. So sorry about that. I will promise to do a lot better with the the music and not having it be nearly as loud. But I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and yeah, just let me know if you guys have any other suggestions. The fence could maybe be moved like further to the right, I feel like. Seems like it's really easy to catch this. I'm probably not doing this right. But yeah, it's either, I think it should be like a straight drop down to like set it up a little bit easier. It just feels really awkward just kind of looking at it now. Or maybe bring the fence down just a tiny bit too. Like, it doesn't have to be much. One other change could be you could change the angle on the ramp. So you don't launch like straight up in the air, but launch more forward. If that makes any sense as well. And then I feel like you could probably follow up, and you could have a platform a lot higher up in the air, so they have to use their momentum from the previous part. Like, so build up momentum, and then when somebody slides on this giant U, have a platform like further up in the air here, so they have to maintain that momentum to get past it. Like, make it so you can't stop on this thing and still get it, but you should have it be like really high up in the air, so they have to use all of this ramp to be able to get up there. And then I think that should be the checkpoint right there. Like, either after you move this around, or you could add something maybe in between. Maybe add something else in between these, between the fence here. Have like a platform or two. You could have them jump through, and then have to drop back down and then do that big jump, and that could be a checkpoint. But this just seems kind of awkward, where like it's spaced out here. Just with these pieces right here, it just seem kind of weird. At a weird spot. But I'll try to do it one more time. Yeah, just a tiny bit lower. Just a little bit lower on it. And then you jump like this, and then you can land up here somewhere. I think would be a lot better than having it be on this box here. A little flip over. I like that. I like that move. That's a great move. I approve. Do a little flip to a wall, okay. Solid. I like that little climb obstacle. Oh, looks like something was... Looks like you had a floating platform. Either land up on something else, or you could have it... Or maybe you can move this platform a little bit further away. I kind of see what you're doing. I think you want to put a platform right up here after you, like, slide this. You put a platform you land, like, a front wheel on or something. And then do the drop down. And then... Are you supposed to go backwards here? I'm gonna guess you go backwards here. And obviously, I already know you're gonna put some stuff to block off the entrance to it. That way, but... If that's the intended method, of course. It's kind of funky. A little squish, a little... Maybe do that, or maybe flip around and fender it. Maybe the basement can do that. I like the feel of that, of just like... Put a little squish on there. And then is this supposed to be a fender? Be able to fender that? That's really high up in the air there. Really high up in the air to fender this. Anything back here? Nope. Never mind. Yeah, I think that could be lowered just a little bit if you're trying to fender that. Really high up in the air. Or even, you don't even have to have, yeah, you don't even have to have this piece right here. You don't even have to have these little chunk. You just have it be this instead. And that'd probably be a good, here, oh gosh, my eyes messing up, hold on. Oh. Yeah, we got rid of these. Flip around. It's still kind of a weird spot for it. Maybe move this forward just a bit. Because your head will bonk the wall there. Here, I'll put it back to what it was before. I think I'm missing a piece. I don't know the undo things, but that's it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that this needs to be... Either you can just, like, fall into it, leaning backwards, like kind of what I was doing before, just so it makes it a little bit more consistent, or... I know you're supposed to hop into it, but you gotta really be careful with that, because you might hit your head on this yellow little, box top is the thing. It'll also be really hard to hook onto that, too. Yeah, see, it just kind of bounced me off on that time. I like it, though. I think, yeah, just a little bit more tweaking to make it more consistent probably is the key here. And then... Looks like we're supposed to just... Here, I'm just gonna add some stuff in, too. Just add some checkpoints in. To kind of speed up the practicing, or the testing here. float back. Nice. Nice. That's all good there. Yeah, I just think the beginning of that one could be adjusted a little bit. And with this... Is this, I mean, you could almost make like a top route here. I know you're supposed to, I know it's the next checkpoint, it's supposed to be that. But you could honestly make this like a speedrun route if you like got rid of the bomb. Like another, just a, I think it's cool to add in like different routes. It's not very common to see that in like ninja tracks, but I think it's a good idea sometimes. And honestly, I would love to make a track that had like a bunch of different like routes that you could take. One other thing that I'm kind of noticing is the length of the checkpoints. They seem to be getting like this one here. Like if you go on the bottom route, like this one's a really long checkpoint. I would try to keep it consistent with like how short some of these are. Like the first two are really short. Like that first checkpoint is just one move. This CP2 isn't that long, it's just a little climbing. This third one is kind of longer. Just because there's a lot more moves to do. Just, yeah, try to keep it consistent with the length of the checkpoints. But I'm going to try to do this a couple of different ways here. Activate it. Oh yeah, those are good to go. Try to do it like all in one. And I would maybe keep it just to one block of space here. Just so people can't like stop and so people can't stop here and do like a little endo jump. Because you'll be able to get away with that pretty easily doing that. And also another thing is like you can skip past. You gotta make it so it's either blocked off or like have a different method. Because you can almost skip everything here. Like that. Like I know what the vision is for it, but like you also, I mean, unless you want to keep it in there, if you want to have like a little speedrun route, then I'm all for that. But just from that standpoint, yeah, just be careful with like kind of the spacing of obstacles. You might be able to skip stuff. Like a little backwards checkpoint here. Oops, I didn't jump far enough there. Let's try it again. Always a fan of backwards checkpoints. So I'm gonna run through these checkpoints for the most part, just like all in one go, and then kind of give my critiques on stuff. Like, I don't understand. You don't really need to go that far back for this. There's one thing I'm seeing here. You can just stop right here, and then you can keep going forward. Unless you put like a button. You need to either put a button in back here. Just so people have to go all the way back here to like hit something to activate or like get rid of a bomb or move an obstacle out of the way. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of that backwards section is. You can just jump it. What is going on here? Gosh, my contacts are freaking out on me. And again, I hope this is really helpful. Just to kind of like, I'm just working through this track for the first time and just kind of sharing my thought processes here. And I'm not trying to like hurt any feelings or anything. I'm just kind of giving my 2 cents on what maybe I would do differently and things that I also enjoy. So I see a couple different routes on this one too. So you can either like get a huge jump in and try to hit this platform. And I think I'd really like to make this a series of some sort of like being able to help people out and building tracks. I think would be a really fun goal, or a good thing for the community to have too. Either land on this and like maybe try to squish it. Try this way. Just looking at the first kind of project of this track, it's a little hard to discern like where I'm supposed to go. So good that I'm kind of talking through this. I want to be able to do this upper route. Like one thing I could see, you could take out like all of this stuff here, like these sections all right here. Like, I don't think that you even really need those. And then this is like angled very steeply, but I think you could just like angle this a bit more just so you can jump off it. And then, oops. Yeah, let me angle that and then get rid of this piece, and then let's try that for a second. And I don't mean to like build your track for you, I'm just kind of working through ideas here. Do something like that, where probably make this a little bit tougher now. Where, like you have to just hit a massive jump off this. You have to build up a lot of momentum. But also gotta make sure like you can't just jump straight. Yeah, that's pretty far away. I don't think you can jump straight to that one. Maybe even angle this even more. And I'm not sure what difficulty that Dr. Trev is going for. I think I could even put this, I'm gonna put these pieces together. I'm gonna move it up just a little bit. Yeah, something like that maybe. Yeah, I like that how it's a little bit more set up with the beginning of that instead. But you know, it's up to you. I'm gonna give out ideas where I can. A little climb CP. Good, solid. Yeah, I don't have too much to say on like climbing types of checkpoints. I think they're pretty straightforward. It's just the main rule of like a climb CP is make sure everything is like smoothed out and make sure there's no bumps or anything on the driving line. And one thing I'm noticing, like the tire, this tire isn't really centered on the driving line. One tip that I have for new builders out there, so when you have an object, you don't have to like manually move it to the center of the driving line. All you gotta do is click the right thumbstick and it snaps it to the line like that, and it's gonna center it up for you just like that. So I would go through the driving line and make sure that everything is like centered on there. That's a really, really big tip that I have for all those new builders. So please make sure you're doing that and things aren't too bumpy for the driving line. This next checkpoint, I am not really, I guess you can go up that way, but it's really easy to bonk your head. You can also do a little flip into it. just a little claustrophobic in here. So yeah, I guess whatever you prefer. Do that there. Going to do fender grab that works. Yeah, I like that. I think you can make this bounce, like when you drop down, you can make this landing. Like you have to bounce it a lot higher, so you can move all this stuff up maybe a little bit. I'm gonna grab everything. Yeah, I can maybe move this up a little bit more, just so that you have to do it all in one. I'll put an extra checkpoint. And honestly, I wouldn't mind like helping build a driving line or even decorate for some people in, you know, in my free time. So if you guys want to like try to do a collaboration, let me know. I'm gonna be trying to build and stream a lot more this year. I did not do any of that last year, that is for sure. Or even didn't really do that much the year before. Okay, yeah, let's go like right here. But yeah, the goal of this is to make it so like you gotta do it all in one go, and you can't just stop down here. That's the main purpose of this. That's pretty good distance here. But then we also gotta test it out and make sure like if we did land down here. Like, you might be able to just fender grab this too. Still, that's pretty tough. Or you can put maybe like a bomb like underneath the that gray barrel there, so people. Yeah, you might be able to just fender grab that too. Shit like this. We can move this even maybe a little bit further away. Yeah, try that. Another thing, so you see how the what is it? The textures are kind of popping in and out. I suggest when you're trying to stack stuff on my child, I can't talk right now. I suggest when you're trying to stack stuff on top of each other like this, either find a different piece, or you could stagger it a little bit. Just try to do a little bit of staggering. Don't like copy and paste it and like just move it next to it, because it's gonna make the textures look really gross. So you can adjust it a little bit here, a little bit there, or just find a different piece. You can find different variations of stuff. This is not the right plywood piece, but anyways, yeah, something like that, just to kind of make it a little bit more pretty, not have to have the textures all screwed up. Oh, and another thing is like, make sure people can't just like skip over this as well. You gotta make sure there's like a wall or something, you know, put something in the way, like so they're not allowed past that, or put like a, you know, you can have like a canyon or something, like a big rock face block in the way, so people aren't able to like, you know, skip through stuff. Put some bombs on stuff, you know. I always say there's never enough bombs. Some people might think differently, but I say no. No such thing. Something like that, I guess. Oh, the thing is though, when you start putting objects in front of you like that, the camera's gonna focus on it. So that can be kind of an issue, because you want it to be looking down like this, but like when that obstacle's in the way, look how it changes. It's like you can't even look down, you don't know where you're going. And it makes it a lot more difficult to like react and actually make the jump. So yeah, it's just some food for thought. Just try to put something in front, but make it so the camera isn't obstructed, like it's not affected by it. It's the best thing I would probably say. Or you can just change up the obstacle too. All that is good too. I feel like the drop down is really far on this too. I don't know if it needs to be. Also the tire, did I move the tire closer? I feel like this tire is like extremely close to this piece now too. I think we can move these back a little bit. Move these further. There. It's a little bit more smooth. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. This looks like a regular old slide to finish. I think you can make this a lot harder. Like this kind of goes back to my saying of like trying to keep the checkpoints like consistent with difficulty. Like this is just one move and then you're done. Like you can make it multiple. Like try to go for multiple slides maybe, or like make it a really tight gap or something. Like make another. You build like another fence or something and like have you weave through this like really tiny gap or something to make it a lot tougher. I think could be maybe one thing to do. Let's see how that works. Yeah. Seems alright. Maybe we can get rid of some of this stuff. So be careful about... Sorry, I'm gonna go on like some rants here. Just be careful about like putting stuff in front of the camera. I mean, sometimes it's okay to obstruct stuff, like if it's like a clean, you know, clean transition throughout the track. But also, you can do this jump without even sliding it. A little bit tougher, but you can still do it without. But anyways, yeah, this is a great start to it. I'm always really excited and want to help out with anybody that's, you know, willing to want to build and be a part of the ninja community and stuff. And interesting ending as well. You have a little stopper here at the end. This actually might kill some people on like a zero fault run. They get to this? Actually, probably not, no, because, like, you'll launch into it, and your head will probably hit it. But yeah, anyways, thanks for sharing your track with me. Feel free to, like, you know, make some adjustments and send it back to me. And I hope that this is really helpful for you, for Dr. Trev, and for others maybe trying to build and, you know, do their thing on Track Central. Alright, guys. Bye.